And this is a very good example. I mean, it's very nice buildings there. And what we have here is a standard carriageway, this is probably about 5.5 metres. Footway, probably about 1.8. And at the back, another 1.5 metre piece of blacktop. The reason there's 1.5 metre piece of blacktop there is because we say in one of our guides you should have 1.5 by 1.5 pedestrian visibility displays. So if someone walking along the footpath has got a visibility display to the garage door and won't get run over. Without having any training or knowledge of how that came about and why it's there, you get a blind application of the standards, and that's what's happened here. You don't need that 1.5, but it was somewhere in a guide, so the designer put it in. It just happens to be the right size to plonk a car on. It doesn't really matter if it's not the right size, because you'll still plonk a car there. You can see you've got frontage, you've got garages there, and you have got garage parking, and there are also some rear courts there as well. Bad application of a policy. Same thing again, much better quality street material there. Very expensive site actually, if you look at the stuff we're using here. It's not cheap by any means. People love it. We've got a planting out there as well. Unfortunately, it just forms the right width to plonk a car on. Doesn't really matter that you're forcing probably your wife and the buggy out into the running carriageway. That's neither here nor there. It's just where you put your car. And it doesn't matter really what size car you have. It can be a little one here. This isn't posed by the way, this is. You've got a nice little car here that just about fits. You've got a socking great 4-track at the end there, which sticks right out. Now, we are 4-track land in Essex, by the way, 75% rural. He's nothing to do with us. Go on. That's where he came from. And this is where it really goes wrong. You've got to think to yourself, how did it ever get through a planning committee? Someone master planned this, then someone came in with a reserve matters planning application, someone checked it on the desk, took it to the planning committee, someone rubber stamped it, and then someone went off and built it. This is a footway cycleway. Here we have the 1.5 metre setback, of course, and just to add to the street scene, because it's not wide enough, we'll put a grass verge in as well. This is more than big enough to park a car on. Wonderful. So they're all along there. And if you think, well, I might be able to walk along there with a buggy, no, because someone's going to put his car there, so you have to jink round and go out on the road anyway. Not a parking standard issue, a design issue. Someone got it horribly wrong just looking through our design guides, and they came up with that. But there is a parking issue out there. These are taken during the day. This does have frontage parking and garage courts, but people want their car outside the front so they can see, and they will park it on the footpath. Along here, there's absolutely no way to a pedestrian. Someone in a wheelchair could use that. They're in the main running carriageway. One of the other things that we picked up was that generations on from mine think differently. There is no way I could bring myself to park my car like that. It's not in here. I couldn't do it. It's not a second thought for the generations that come after me. If they want to put their car on the footway outside their house, they'll put their car on the footway outside their house and hang anyone else.
Steve, sorry. What would your view be if that was a shared surface rather than segregated footway? And
Sorry, what would
your view be on that?
Too big.
Could that work differently?
No, it's too big. Too many houses with shared surface. Too much traffic going up and down it. I love shared surfaces, by the way. Same issue. High quality materials, no expense spared. Some parking next to the house, garage courts again. No one likes them. They dump the car on the footpath again. No chance of any pedestrians using those footpaths. They're all out in the running carriageway again. The ones that you've just seen were during the day. During the evening, the situation was even worse. There were more cars there. This is a shared surface. What you can't see here is that there are many more houses here more than the guide would suggest you have. I think it's 20 off of a non-cul-de-sac and a zone guide, but far more here. Nice materials. But here we are. Our friend here has parked his van. The back of that van's onboard is a footpath. This is the footpath for the shared surface, as you know. White van parked on the footpath, and even when you get a little bit of green sward there to make it look nice, matey puts his car on it. The Discovery 4-track going through the middle is not posed, that is someone just going off to do some shopping or whatever. Unfortunately for the residents there, it is dustbin day. And those dustbins probably still there, because there is no way that freighter is going to come up there and pick up those dustbins. Fire engine will get through. He'll either bump one of those cars out of the way, or he'll just ram them out of the way. So they will get through. Again, it's a very nice, you've got everything there that you wanted to see in the street scene, but it's the way that people are using it.